before we begin, please understand that no flash photography is allowed. Please silence your cell phones. Not that they're going to work down here anyway.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm glad that you're here today on this sad and auspicious occasion. We're here to eulogize someone who's been such a glorious part of our lives for so many years. Someone who's made us happy. Someone who brought us inspiration, love, understanding, feeling, compassion. Someone who stood above all others. A man who strode across this world from coast to coast, side by side, and stood up as truly only one could. There have been many songs written of him. There's been music. I'd like to share a wee something in recognition of our friend who's long since passed, but been such a giant in our own lives. Some of you will recognize the music written over such a wonderful, loving, caring, honored, gentle person. A true giant. Yes, we are here today, sadly, to mourn the passing of Godzilla. Godzilla, amongst all of us, there's never a finer fellow. A true, honorable person, a true, lovely individual. And although he called Tokyo his home away from home, he was only born on Bikini Atoll. It's not the same anymore. When I was a lad, we had Thanksgiving with a loving family. And we had those wonderful Godzilla marathons. Do you remember? Do you remember? Do you remember? Godzilla came into our homes and into our lives. A truly wonderful individual. Whether he was fighting King Kong, King Hedorah, whether he was fighting the smug monster or that great pretender Mechagodzilla. Godzilla taught us that he was a man amongst men, that if you stood for what was right, and if you fought for the right, that you too would be blessed. I'm sorry, I don't mean to get emotional. Godzilla meant more to me than you could possibly imagine. As a child, he was my inspiration. Even his little son, baby Minya, who would sit around and go, wah, 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 wah. It moved me. I'm sure it still moves you. But he taught Minya that sometimes, even on Monster Island, you've got to be able to stand up for yourself against those who do wrong. You've got to be brave enough to stand up and fight for what's absolutely right. Your right to party. And even with the joys that we had and the sadness, the times that Godzilla seemed lost to us, there was always a sweet home. Whether he was hanging out with his lost friends on Monster Island, if it was Mothra, if it was Rodan, we always had friends. I mean, don't you all wish you had two little Japanese ladies at your feet singing to you? But I digress. Godzilla touched our lives. He destroyed a few cities along the way, maybe one or two continents, a few $1 billion worth of damage. But that's not the point, though, is it? The point was that Godzilla was always there for us, and we needed to be there for him as well. And now we've reached that point where we must say goodbye to our own and dear, dear friend. He who strode across the continents, swam the seas, and became an integral part of our lives. He's going to be missed, but by none more than me. At this time, we'd like to wish Godzilla, in the great afterlife, all the best, all the love. We're going to miss him. Thanksgiving's not going to be the same. But we will carry on and soldier on. If you could all take a moment of silence to remember both his son Minya, who's left behind, and his long-time domestic partner Gamera. We just ask that you keep them in your hearts during this time of need and difficulty. And for the rest of us here at Beth Temple Israel, we ask that you also stay behind for a little nosh we're going to have later. God bless you, Godzilla. You're always going to be there.